Hello YouTube and welcome back to Fire Gaming Project. So in this short video, I'll be talking about the new version 2.6 weapon, Haran Geppaku Futsu, which is going to be a Hydro single-hand sword katana sword for signature weapon for Kamisato Ayato, who is yet to be released. I only have Ayaka on the screen right now, so we're just going to use her, and she is his sister, and she's also a sword user. So I'm just going to share some early thoughts and what I think about this weapon and maybe my plan about what I'm going to do when the banner drops. We don't know anything yet and nothing's official yet, so we will not be talking about leaks here. But weapon-wise, so on the screen, obviously I don't have the actual weapon because it's new, it's a preview. But I feel like it's obviously going to be a hydro-based, hydro-infused sword. Or it can be hydro infused, let's say. I don't know if it's hydro infused on its own or it's hydro infused because Ayato's skills does that. I don't know. But anyway, it will be a sword that will have some awesome, stats on it probably. I'm going to assume, and this is not anything leak related, but I'm going to assume it's going to be crit based. It's either crit rate or crit damage, maybe crit rate because her sword, Mid-Split or Reforged, which you can see on the screen here, is crit damage. So maybe they're going to do it so that it's kind of alternating. I feel like they're going to make him a DPS or sub DPS, so therefore they're going to make him damage based because similarly, here. Excuse me. Similarly, Yaimiko here, I don't have her weapon, but her weapon is actually a crit-based weapon as well, and she's meant to be a DPS or sub-DPS. So I feel like now they're doing that now, so they're going towards DPS and sub-DPS roles. So I feel like, Ayato is going to be like that too, and he'll have a crit rate one. I don't have her signature weapon, Yaimiko's, but I did give her crit damage with Sith, as you can see. So similarly, I feel like his is going to be a crit rate or crit damage, likely crit rate in my opinion, because Ayaka's sword is likely going to be on a weapon banner as well for phase 2 when her banner runs. So they won't want to compete, having the two swords compete with each other. So yeah, that being said, I don't know officially what the passive will be, but the passive is obviously going to have something to do with elemental damage and elemental skills probably, because as we saw in his preview officially today, in the live stream event, his E skill is where the majority of his damage appears to be coming from. His burst has a big circle area of effect, similar to Ganyu, but with Hydro instead. However, similar to Ganyu, the main skills the main damage may not come from the burst, which it doesn't look like it will be. That's more like an extra bonus, really. It's more about I think the normal attacks, possibly the charge attacks, or the elemental skill attacks. So that's where I feel like the passive is going to be. Now, for those of you who do not have the Mist-Splitter, or do have, let's talk about the ones that do not. If you don't have the Mist-Splitter and you're planning to get this for Ayaka perhaps, or if you're going for Ayaka, then yeah, of course, this is her best in slot weapon, right? This weapon, just so we're clear, is best for her, but it could work on Kaching as well, because Kaching can infuse it. The reason why I bring that up is because in the passive, I'm not going to read it, but the passive, in order to get the max stacks, one of the requirements is that you use an elemental infused attack. And she can, Ayaka can, because she can turn to ice when in her alternate dash, and then when she comes out of it, she can slash with ice cryo, right? And then similarly, Kaching, when she does her E, when she does her little blink, her little thing, her stiletto, she can infuse her sword with electro. And for those of you who are whales out there, not including myself, C6 Kazuha can infuse his blades with Animo. So that's where he could be useful for this as well. So the Mist-Splitter is a very powerful weapon, stat-stick-wise, and even if you don't get max stacks, even if you just get 2 out of the 3 stacks, it's still a very powerful weapon, and it has an awesome crit damage substat. Having said that, though, it's kind of niche in the sense that not very many characters can utilize it to its max potential. Now, I don't know if the Haran is going to have similar mechanism where it's only going to be useful for him and or a few select characters, but you never know, right? Yeah, who knows? But then I would say the most universal weapon would be the Primordial Jade, which was on the previous weapon banner, which is over now. But this was a good one to have if for those of you who have that. Again, the Skyward and the Aquila universal weapons, and those are also available on the standard banner and for losing 50-50. So yeah. Um, I would just leave it at that. I don't want to go too deep into all the weapons here right now. But for those of you who are planning to pull on it, I wish you guys good luck, guys and girls. I am torn right now. I may not pull on it, but I might pull on it. I don't know. I skipped Yai Miko's weapon banner altogether. I skipped Ito's weapon banner as well. So yeah, I forget. Yai Miko's is called the Verity, Kagura's Verity. There we go. And Ito's is the Red Horn Stone Thresher. I skipped both of them. I also skipped Shenhe's Calamity Queller, but I have a soft spot for single hand sword users and especially like katanas. And I also have a soft spot for pole arms, but I did skip Shenhe because for Shenhe she was a very unique situation because she is very support, and I didn't really, I'll be honest, I didn't really like using her. Of those three new characters that came out, I actually like Ito and Yaimiko's usage more, but of the three, I like Ito's the best. And then yeah, so I did not really like using Shenhe, so I didn't bother getting anything for her. So anyway, so I'm happy that I skipped all of those. So now moving forward for Ayato, I have some feelings where I might want to attempt to get his weapon for him, but we'll see because as you guys saw recently, I did pull on the current weapon banner for Raiden Shogun, and I was really trying to pull for those limited series weapons instead. Really, technically, basically, that was the main thing. But yeah, I lucked out, and do check out those weapon pulling videos. I did a few of them, you might notice, because there was a few updates here and there. So do check those out. But yeah, I haven't pulled since, and I normally don't pull on that banner, but I have a soft spot again for pull arm users, so Riding Shogun obviously is one, and a soft spot because she is amazing. But similarly, I am going to get my guaranteed Ayato, no matter what it takes in the next patch because I have a guarantee for him, and yeah, I am considering getting his weapon for him. But I will talk more about weapon options in a future video. So I'm going to leave it for that now. I'm not going to go too deep into all the weapons here. Obviously, we can talk about them, but I'm not going to. I'll save that for when we get more information about the Haran, so that I can do a more, more detailed comparison of what other weapons are suitable in lieu of that if we don't go over it, as well as when we get more official information about his skills, his bursts, etc. When we get more information about that and like its multipliers and all that officially, then we can talk about maybe pre-release analysis. So yeah, we'll save it. We'll leave that for now. And thank you guys for joining me here. Do check out my other videos. I did talk about their live stream review as well as I talked about the 2.6 character banners that were previewed as well. So check those out. Speaking of those characters, it's going to be Venti, Ayato, and Ayaka. And with Venti and Ayaka, do check out my previous reviews of them as well. And please leave a like and thumbs up and comments and questions as well. And please subscribe if you haven't. The next video after this one, and I will be talking about the artifacts preview. And then we'll leave it there. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.